So we just had a major thunderstorm, pretty major, come through. A lot of downed trees, a lot of stuff that is no longer where it originated. So I thought I would give a walk around and show the aftermath, some big problems that occurred, and some lessons learned. So let's take a look. The garden fared pretty well. Not a lot of damage there, one plant knocked over. I'm always impressed that this birdhouse survives high winds. We built that thing, well, my dad built that thing sturdy. So that's a good birdhouse. But problem number one that was quite alarming was the turkeys all got out because the door blew in on their shelter. And to make matters worse, like when they get out, that's fine. They're not going to go far. But I have quite a few hawks. Let's zoom in on this guy and see if you can see him. That have decided, there he is, that they want to eat my turkeys. That's just one, but there's a whole bunch of them around here. And they won't go away. I yell at them. They are nonplussed. So I need to keep the turkeys in there unless I stand out here and babysit them. And then they're able to wander a little. The fencing, the high tensile, survived. Even in areas where there's trees. Trees typically don't hurt it. But let's go look at this shredded tarp on my turkey shelter. You need to go away, buddy. He don't care. So, the new tarp, the white one, stayed. But the gray tarp, which wasn't that old, it was only from last year, as you can see, is now half a tarp. Completely shredded. Unfortunate. All the turkeys, because the door blew open, were over here. So my wife and I were able to get them back in. Fortunately, they're well-behaved turkeys. And we were able to walk them back in. And then I simply closed their gate. And then I ran a fence around. So if they get out again, they'll at least mostly be contained by this fence. It doesn't take them much. They can fly, you know, so if they really want to get somewhere, they're going to get somewhere. I think the answer here, and it wasn't a problem until it's a problem, right? But the answer is this latch. This thing doesn't normally come wrapped in this hardware cloth. I use that to harden it. So I need to cut the hardware cloth away from the latch area so that it can sit all the way down. Otherwise, doesn't take much. And the storm's going to blow it open again. So I'll do that tonight. I'll go ahead and cut that cloth away so that latch sits properly. What's up, buddy? The turkeys are cool because each one has its own personality. Like this guy's like the rebel. All those guys over there, they're like, yeah, you're cool, buddy. This guy's like, yo, what's up? See? All right, he's making me into a liar. I thought he was going to be more friendly. So, another problem that happened out here, what's up, Cal, is a cherry tree. That cherry tree fell onto the fence. Fortunately, it didn't do any real damage. Kind of bent the plastic a little bit, but I was able to get out here with a chainsaw and chop it off. But you can see, pretty good sized limb at the base there, probably like 4 inches. And it fell right off of there. Fell in here, mangled the top. You can see the top of the tree is busted. So gotta watch it because black cherry leaves are toxic to cows once they're wilted. If they're eating them fresh, it's no big deal. And even a couple wilted ones ain't a problem. But if they were to gorge themselves on wilted cherry leaves, there's multiple layers in the leaf and those chemicals interact to form a toxin that could you know, prove very not healthy, possibly fatal to the cows. So I gotta get the cherry leaves out of there, which I did. Next we'll go take a look at something interesting that happened with my pigs. What's up, Tina? You a good girl? Yes, you're a good girl. She's a good farm dog, good chicken herder. Oh, there we go. See, I had cages around some of my trees. You see that cage around that chestnut is knocked over. Guess we can go ahead and fix that while we're up here. Without hurting the tree. Hard to do with one hand. There we go. That's just to keep the deer off it. That's a good looking chestnut right there. My fig trees survived, which I'm happy for. We got ducks sitting on nests. There's one. What's up, Mama Duck? I got 2 ducks. Oh yes, I'm not coming after your eggs. I'm not coming after your eggs. The other one's right in there. You can barely see it. And that's good. They need to stay camouflaged because hawks will eat a duck. No problem. Because hawks are bad birds. That tree got all bent up. That honey locust there is mangled from the storm. It'll recover. Honey locust is very resilient, but definitely took some damage. But the main risk I dealt with today is this little Tractor Supply temporary coop. Sitting over there on its side, all smashed to smithereens, next to my chicken tractor there. So that blew completely onto the electric pig fence. Had it down to the ground. Completely grounded out. And fortunately, the piggies didn't escape. They're coming to say hi right now. This mulberry fell a couple days ago in a similar storm onto the fence. That's one thing with the electric net fence. You have to walk it after every storm or you are going to lose pigs because they will figure out very quickly that they are free. I got everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everybody's here. What's up, guys? Good looking pigs. But anyway, this thing here was completely blown over, smashed apart, and laying, you can still see some chunks of it in there that I got to get out. Laying on the fence, begging for the pigs to escape. Fortunately, they did not. Isn't that right, guys? You want to say hi? Want to say hi, huh? Say hi. What's up, piggies? Yeah. Yeah, good pigs. Alright, so other things. So the lesson learned there is don't have anything lightweight near your fences. Lesson learned for the turkeys is make sure the latch isn't rigged up and make sure it's functional. This elderberry, I guess the stake on the tree tube failed and then the elderberry was too heavy. So I'll remove the tube and see if that guy will stand back up. It'd be a shame to lose a nice elderberry like that. But yeah, farm took a beating today. Nothing catastrophic. Worst thing that could have happened is all the pigs escaped and all my turkeys got eaten. What's up, Tankers? Want to say hi, buddy? Say hi. No? Alright. So, I got some more work to do around here to kind of weatherproof this place, but today's storm was dramatically bad. So, not typical, and you know, we will keep checking our fences and we will remain resilient. So yeah, the storm was rough, had some trees down, had some damage, but nothing that was irreparable. And you know, we'll keep it going, but you got to make sure that things that can fall on fences are removed before the storm, a mistake I made, and that that you're making every effort possible to kind of storm-proof your place, because when your infrastructure gets smashed up, then that just sets you back and causes problems down the road. Plus you could lose or hurt animals, and that's not desirable. So that's all. We survived the storm.